Alright, topic 3 of chapter 5. So solving multi-step inequalities. So it's just like solving a multi-step equation, only in this case it's an inequality. So we have to, instead of finding a single number, we're going to be graphing the arrow thing. And if we multiply or divide by a negative, then we have to switch the inequality. So don't forget that from the last video. Sweet, so here, minus 12 gives us 3x is less than 18, is less than 6. So divide both sides by 3 and we get x is less than 2. Points that way. Alright, so I'm going to be saying the steps and just write the new line. I don't have enough space to write with my awful handwriting and fit in writing all the steps and doing it. So maybe I'll show them, maybe I won't. So I got 3x distributing here minus 12. Don't forget to multiply to both. It's less than negative 15. So we add 12. And I'm try to squeeze it in. 3x is less than negative 3. Divide by 3. And I got x is less than negative 1. So negative 1. And we want x less than that. Cool. So here we distribute. Bing, bam, boom. Why is this happening? Okay then. 10x minus 8 minus 6x is greater than or equal to 12. So here we have to combine like terms. Alright, these are like terms on the same side. They have to be on the same side to be combined like terms. And 10x minus 6x is a 4x. Still got the minus 8. It's greater than 12. Add 8 to both sides. It gives me 4x is greater than or equal to, I'm going to run out of room here. 4x is greater than or equal to, add 8, 20. Divide both sides by 4. And we get x is greater than or equal to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And I want greater than or equal to. Alright, so here we got a minus 3x. And I'm also going to, in the same step, minus a 6. So what I'm doing is I'm eliminating the numbers over here. And I'm eliminating the variables over there. So I got a 2x is less than 4. So x is less than 2. There's 2. Open circle points that way. Sweet. There you oh, some more examples. So a little more complicated ones. This is a good one here. Alright, make sure you pay attention to this one. And these ones can trip you guys up sometimes, so let's learn how to do these, okay? Plus 5 first. Alright. You got to do that before I worry about multiplying by the 6. So I have a negative. What do I say to do with negatives? If you have a negative fraction, just make the top number negative, and it'll just obviate a lot of difficulties for you there. So I'll multiply both sides by 6, and I get negative t is less than or equal to, I can actually fit that in there, negative 24. Okay, so I don't want negative t, I want t, straight t. So I got to divide by a negative 1, or multiply by a negative 1, same thing. T. Now I have to flip the inequality because I multiplied or divided by a negative. So t is less than 24. So here's 24, and t has to be less than or equal to that. Here, in this case, I have to multiply first. If I multiply both sides by 2, do not distribute this. Okay? This divided by 2, then multiplied by 2 is just leaves you with w plus 3, right? These cancel, it's the whole point. So I gotta multiply this by 2 as well. Negative 16, subtract 3, I got w is less than negative 19. Sweet, negative 19's right there. Doing negative 21 over here, show you I know what I'm doing with my negatives. And then circle that way. Whoa, okay, big one here. We got to distribute, firstly, dum dum, and this one too. So that gives me 12m plus, 12m, don't forget to multiply by both, plus 18 is less than or equal to 42, plus 6 times 2 is 12m, minus 24, oops, looking at what I'm saying, not what I'm doing. 42 plus 12m minus 24. Alright, now 18, 12m. I'm going to combine like terms here. 42 and negative 24 is going to be an 18 and a plus 12m. Alright, so I got the same thing on both sides here. Look at that. So what I got to do is, this is actually an all real numbers kind of thing. Alright, so if I minus 12m from both sides, those cancel. If I minus 18, those cancel. So what am I left with? Nothing? Well, it's not nothing, it's 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 0? Yes, always true, because of the equal to sign. If we had 0 less than 0, that would be no solution. But this is all real numbers. So you can do that, or you can just show that it's all numbers. So just arrow both ways. Alright, let's see what happens here with this one. 9x minus, distribute this here, minus 5x times negative 5 is plus 25. Is less than or equal to 4x minus 12, because I distributed here. Now, combining like terms on the same side, we got 4x plus 25 is less than or equal to 4x minus 12. Well, I got those 4x's on both sides, subtract them. And that leaves me with 25 is less than or equal to negative 12. That is totally not true, so that's a no solution one. Alright, because that's not true. Here is your U try. So very similar. One of them is probably in all real numbers or a no solution. Alright, so now also some of these word problems. So 4 more than the quotient, so that's division. 4 more than the quotient of a number and 3. So you do the multiplying first, so a number and 3. 4 more than that quotient, so you add 4. Is, so that's where our equals would be, but now it's an inequality, is at least 9. So which is bigger, 9 or this thing? It says it's at least 9, which means it could be the same, so it could be equal, and it's at least 9, so it could be bigger, so it's going to be greater than or equal to. That's how you would do that one. And then to solve it, for these kind, you have to add the 4 first, so it gives you x over 3 is greater than or equal to 13, and then you multiply by 3, and you get x is greater than or equal to 39. So 39, we want a closed circle on 39, and all the numbers greater than that. And then we got negative 3 times a number, increased by 7. So negative 3 times a number, increased by 7, is less than negative, so that's easy, it just says is less than negative 11. So now we got to add first. We add our 7, and we get negative 3x is greater than negative 11 plus 7 is negative 4. And then we divide by negative 3 times the number increased by 7. Yep, okay, that's right. Then we divide by negative 3, and we get x is greater than, notice I got to flip the inequality because I divided by a negative, negative 4 over negative 3, which is the same as 4 over 3, right? Negative over negative is positive. So, oh my goodness, it's a fraction, isn't it? That must be impossible to graph. Nope, not really. So what we're going to do is 4/3 is like 1 and 1/3. So 1 and a third more is right there. And we don't want a solid line. We want an open circle pointing that way at 4/3. So 4 times the sum, so that means 4 times this thing added together, a number and 2 increased by 3 is at least 27. So do we have an at least already? Yeah, we already had the at least. But at least 27 means it could equal 27, or it's more than 27. Right? If I'm at least 27 years old, I might be 27 years old, or I might be more than 27 years old. So now we subtract 3 and get 4x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 24. Distribute the 4 and get 4x plus 8 is greater than or equal to 24. And then we get minus 8 from both sides. 4x is greater than or equal to 16. Divide both sides by 4 and we get x is greater than or equal to 4. So 4, 0, we want x greater than or equal to, so it's going to be like that. Alright, and then there's your U-try for that stuff. And have a nice day. See you next class.